So a number of people are curious as to whether Donald Trump is planning on firing Jeff Sessions, and if it happens, when will it happen? And Scaramucci was recently speaking to the press about this, and he signs on to the fact that maybe Jeff Sessions should be fired. Take a look.
Why not just fire Jeff Sessions? I have an enormous amount of respect for the Attorney General. But I do know the president pretty well, and if there's this level of tension in the relationship that's public, you're probably right. But I don't want to speak for the president on that because he's a cabinet official.
I don't want to speak for the president on that, but yeah, totally.
He's probably going to get fired.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's now, so Sessions is apparently toast because he wouldn't cover up for the president. That's not his job, and but Trump doesn't even know that. He thinks, like, isn't this like my family business when I used to do all those deals with the Russian mob and the Italian mob, and then I tell people to cover up for me, otherwise they're fired. I don't get it. I'm the boss. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? Okay, so yeah, no, that's not how it works. You're all supposed to serve the people. Which, if you tell him that, he's probably like, the people, that's funny. Okay, they're lower than us. That's pretty much what he told the Boy Scouts. He told this long story about a friend of his, and he said, all the successful people, the great people were there, okay? So he has no respect for any of you. So now he's thinking, okay, now that I'm gonna get rid of Sessions because he won't cover up, I need somebody to fire Mueller. Now, if they fire Mueller, that's gonna cause a political firestorm. I don't know how government works, I don't know anything, right? But I just know I want the cover up. Who can I find that has no morals at all? And logically, he first looked to Rudy Giuliani, and who's been a friend of his for a long time. But Rudy, it turns out, might actually have some morals, which came as a great shock to me.
Yeah.
And Rudy says, no, Jeff Sessions did the right thing, he should have recused himself. Ooh, Donald doesn't agree with that, so he probably, that's it, you're out, Rudy. We'll see, but that was the first round. Second round is, now if you're looking in Washington for someone who has no morals at all, where do you go? Some of you have already guessed it, Ted Cruz. A man who has no shame, no bottom, and will do anything for power. So he is apparently in consideration for this job. Now, Donald Trump, be careful what you wish for. You're right, Ted Cruz has no shame and no morals. He'll come in, and if you need people fired, you need to break the rules, Ted Cruz will probably do that for you. But remember, he's just like you. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. So the minute he has a chance to shiv you and let you bleed out politically, Ted Cruz would love to do that.
So there's that component of it, which, to be quite honest, I don't care about. I mean, if it's gonna lead to that type of infighting, have at it. However, what I'm curious about is if he does choose Ted Cruz as his attorney general, what kind of message does that send to his base? Because I don't think his base likes Ted Cruz. In fact, during the election, while they were campaigning and before Donald Trump was the Republican nominee, they got into it quite a bit, and it was pretty vicious.
Well, his nickname for him was Lion Ted.
And so you're gonna name him your attorney general? I mean, how is that gonna play to your base? And look, I don't mean to insult your base, but I don't know, maybe they'll buy into it. Seems like they've bought into everything else that he's done.
But think about it though, if he called him Lion Ted well over 100 times, right? That was the nickname he gave him. And think about Trump's state of mind and whether he actually did do something wrong. He's like, now I need someone who'll cover up for me. Oh, perfect, Lion Ted. He's already a liar, then I'll just get him to lie for me. And remember how I broke him and then he had to phone bank for me, looking like the biggest schmuck in the world? I'll turn him into, what is this? Screech, Theon Greyjoy's character. Reek, yeah, Screech. Anyway, I'll turn him into Reek, and I'll get the lying boy to lie for me. I already unmanned him anyway, okay? But Ted Cruz is not Reek. Ted Cruz is Littlefinger. You put him into your administration, and at your peril, you know, so be careful what you do. So hey, that'll be perfect. It'll be little hands versus Littlefinger.
Oh my God.
Help us build independent media together. Come join us, tytnetwork.com/join.